to just give a bit of narcotics to the thing I'm taming, but so let's quickly go back to base for a few seconds and craft up some shotgun ammo. So you're going to need some shotgun ammo for this. Now, we might also be taming a queen bee this episode if I can find one. That is, if I can find one. No promises on the queen bee, but for the dinopithecus it should be relatively easy to find one. So yeah, I just need to craft up some shotgun shells. Probably the most important thing you'll need while taming this. As you're going to need to kill them to tame them, actually. I'll show you what I mean by that once we get to the area. Whilst I'm at base, I might as well repair my armor, as I'm pretty low on armor from fighting the... I'm only wearing cloth armor and leather armor right now, so I'm pretty low from fighting the... well, fighting pretty much a lot of stuff. Whilst I was AFK and, or not AFK, not streaming, and, working on some stuff, getting prepared for a new video tutorial. Yes, okay, I need some fiber real quick. Now, just gonna say, this video could be about 30 minutes long, so if you're looking for a really quick tutorial, I would advise not really sticking with this video, and instead go watch this one really good channel, Nooblets. He does really short, really simple tutorials. I used him for watching how to get kibble. So, as you know, this is my survival world. So I don't really use cheats in this world, but just for the sake of this video, although I am going to unclaim the dinopithecus once I tame it, as obviously I'm using a cheat to tame it right now. But so what you're gonna need are, you're gonna need extraordinary kibble, and a decent bit of it. So let's go ahead and spawn ourselves in about 30 of the kibble, and then let's, 1 second, I forget the spawn code, I guess. That is kind of surprising. I don't usually forget spawn codes. Okay, I just gave myself 30 kibble recipes. Oh god. That's, a lot of recipes. Oh Christ. Oh, I threw my helmet out. That, ain't good. Just gotta fish through all of this stuff and find my helmet now. Ah, the pain. Yeah, you better be careful not... oh, there's so much loot on the ground, I'm lagging. Pick it all up, then that should, get rid of the entirety of it. Drop all items with the current filter. Yes, that would be nice. And give me just a few seconds. need to clean up my inventory. I have so much junk in there. Okay. I remember the code now. I mean, obviously, your game is your game. If you want to just spawn it in and not really do the work for it, you can. You know, if you're too lazy to put in all of the work towards Tobue, which is kind of understandable, as Tobue is extremely complicated to make, and it will take a long time to learn unless you, of course, look up the recipes online. Then it's only like a 1-2 step done. Okay. All these damn pteranodons near my base. My turret's killed like 3 of them so far. But yes, so yeah, you're gonna need kibble. For that kibble, you'll need it set up and going. Cooker is ideal for making kibble. It's extremely ideal to use a industrial cooker over a cooking pot, as of course with a cooking pot you will need to refill it with water every single time you're about to cook anything, and it can really get complicated. So alright, let's grab our shotgun shells. Let's put our armor on, as they can and probably will absolutely shed through your armor. So be extremely careful near them. Okay. As for items to bring, like tools to make it easier, I would recommend a crossbow with a grappling hook. I have my journeyman crossbow here that I get from killing all of the alphas and going to all the supply drops. Now you're going to want to go primarily, the most ideal location is the redwood biome. So just straight this way. I mean, you can go to the snow biome, although they're kind of rare in the snow biome. I have seen them there, but they are extremely rare to spawn in the snow biome. I've only seen one group there. You know what? Since this is a tutorial video, let's just go ahead and activate our fly command to get there a lot quicker. Okay, this is a lot more simple. Way faster. Alright, so now that we're at the redwood biomes, obviously you're going to want to be careful of thylas. Now if you want to do it a bit safer, you can go to this monkey temple right here. Didn't mean to enter in fly command again, I meant to enter in the walk command, as I don't want to be going too crazy fast. Okay. The game's lagging a bit as all the stuff is rendering in. Okay, there we go. Enter and walk to undo the fly command. It's also how you undo the ghost command too. But be aware that will kind of undo your flight on your wyvern. So as you can see here, your wyvern will go back into a walking stance, so be ready for that. And yeah, you can tame them in the redwoods itself, or just go over here to this little castle, which honestly might be my future base. I really like this. I like the ice castle more, but I haven't found that one yet, or haven't found it again. So they spawn here quite commonly too. Now the group that I'm going for is right here. As encountered in the past on one of my streams, I encountered the group right here while we're out flying on our pteranodon. Hopefully nothing really tries to kill us, as obviously, as you can see, my wyvern is pretty low health from the egg and milk run I did earlier. where I fought an alpha wyvern. Obviously, how I got those cool gloves that I'm using is by killing an alpha fire wyvern. Okay. Go ahead and get all the way up here. Now you can use the cinema crops as well. Actually, it's probably a bit better to use the cinema crops, as you obviously won't have to reuse the grappling hooks each time and keep crafting more, as they are kind of expensive to keep going. But as for taming, like methods, how you tame them up is so let's go ahead and pull out our spyglass. That's not the spyglass. So you want to get the entire group. Oh yeah, these are level 1s. The tutorial should be rather simple, which is of course really good in what we're going for. Dinopithecus level 6, Dinopithecus level 4. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna want the entire... Okay, they just slaughtered the, Alright, so what you're gonna want to do... Kill the lower level one. And then you're gonna want to... Okay, this was not a full group, I'm guessing. That appears not to have been a full group. You will need a full group of about 3 grown Dinopithecus for this. For it to work effectively, you'll need 3, as without 3, obviously the game won't really work it out too well. So let's go ahead and get back up to our wyvern. Okay, I wasted a grappling hook there, and I now have, okay, but, yes, I have 3 more grappling hooks, so if you're going to use the grappling hook method, come prepared. You're going to need quite a few. I suggest at least 10 or 20, maybe 30 if you want to be on the safer side, although you shouldn't really need that many, but, you know, always go prepared. It's what I say. It can never hurt to be a bit over-prepared. Let's go ahead and, look for a full group of Dinopithecus here. Hopefully we don't get jumped off our wyvern here by a Thyla. Would not be fun. Okay, we got a Dinopithecus here, not a group, so you will need a group of them, as just a single one won't be able to be tamed. You need a large group in order to tame them. So, which, by the way, I should probably state this, you won't tame the entire group, you'll only tame one. And this is a completely unique taming procedure, not in any other creature, so you probably would want to stick around for this one, as you won't really know what to do unless you watch the whole thing. So obviously just fly around until you find a full group of them. Which they do get killed quite often by, like, Carnos and whatnot, so you might want to kill any Carnos nearby. Carnos, Rexes, things like that. Kill all of those things, and not a problem with our lightning wyvern here. I really need to perform a large server wipe as everything's low level currently. Okay. So let's quickly check that this is a efficient group to tame. It appears that most of their group has been killed by everything. So like I said, they will die kind of quickly, so be careful around that. You're probably going to be here for a while searching for a complete group to tame up. I could spawn in a group, which might make it a bit easier. Freaking deer running laps around my wyvern. Okay, we appear to have a full group here, so... Okay, whistle your dragon on passive, so it doesn't actually just straight up slaughter the baboons you're trying to tame. Okay, so... now you want to get their aggro. And if anything's killing them, you might want to help them out with it a bit, just so they don't die. Okay. So now you want to get their aggro. I'm going to activate my flashlight as it is a bit dark here. So now you want to get their aggro. You can do that in multiple ways, by shooting one, or really just any other way you prefer to get their aggro. Just like shoot one and you'll get its aggro relatively fast. Because obviously I would get pretty pissed if someone shot me as well. So preferably find a tree that can't be broken. Like this one here. Now that you have them on you, kill the lower level ones. So see that one there, she's glowing. You don't want to kill her, she's glowing. So, but the lower levels, you gotta shoot them in the face. Relatively easy, they're not that strong. They take a lot of damage from shotgun shells. I want to shoot this one here. Get it below 80% health. Honestly, not too hard when you'll know you get it at 80% health when it starts walking around like that. So now that she's walking around, let's get down here. Get rid of that terror bird, because everyone hates those fucking things. Okay, now that you got her, she's lost her alpha status, as she no longer has a group to rule over. Now you want to chase her. Let's go ahead and make this a bit easier for me by changing the game time. Make it a nice bright day. Okay, it's a nice bright day. So now I just need to find the alpha status. One that you, obviously, you killed all of the weaker ones. You just gotta find it, wherever it ran off to. Okay, well, it appears to be attacking my wyvern. Quickly disable its aggro. And then heal up our wyvern. Would absolutely suck to lose this wyvern, as I've put a lot of levels into it. And now that you've got, that done, okay, it appears that this one is glitched, but, I'll go ahead and explain the taming method since that one glitched and reworked itself into a pack. So pretty much do what I did earlier, jump up, shoot them all. So you gotta scare them off. Relatively simple to do. Just kill the other weaker leveled ones. And then this guy will back off. Now my graphics glitch like this whenever, quite often, I don't know the reasoning for it, but my graphics will glitch out like that sometimes. But after you kill the lower level ones, the non-glowing ones, and then get the alpha that you're trying to tame below 85% health, it will run off, get scared, you walk up to it, feed it kibble, and you'll tame it. And then once you tame it, of course, re-aggro everything. Just so I can do a demonstration of the dinopithecus. Okay, now that we've got all of that here, you can obviously, it has multiple different attacks, the swipe attack, and so I can see the corn over there. I don't really to activate the feces attack, you need animal feces, so I'll demonstrate how you can get that pretty easily as well. So for these things, they can, pretty sure they can climb trees. Yeah, as you can see here, it can climb trees, it can do a lot of stuff. Obviously, it can't climb as fast as something like a thyla can, but I'm sure it can take on a diplodocus. Oh yeah, that ground pound attack does some massive damage. That's some absolutely massive damage. I'm definitely gonna tame me up one of these sometime. Jeez, that is extremely a lot of damage. So now that we've gotten the medium animal feces, let's pop it into the creature's inventory. Then you can activate the fecal throw. Which can disable tech. It can also throw grenades. First, you can also throw like different types of poop, like flaming poop and that kind of stuff. So, they have a lot of different uses, but obviously since I've used cheats to tame this one up, let's go ahead and kill it now that the tutorial is over. Let's go ahead and shoot it in the face, kill it, and then drop the kibble that I spawned in to tame it with, as obviously this is my survival series map, and I don't use cheats here, so go ahead and get rid of all that stuff we spawned in. Now that it's all gone, we can okay, let's quickly get on our wyvern. Kill all these Trudons that are trying to trank us out. No one likes those guys. Let's get up to a cliff, because I'm probably gonna pass out now. Okay, our torpor is falling back down. That is good. So now that I've showed you guys how to get that, yeah. It wasn't really the best of tutorials, but hopefully it helped in some ways. sure it helped someone out there. Yeah, that's how you can tame them up. You just need to kill the weaker ones, get the alpha below 80% health, and then it's an easy, simple tame. Just jump down, feed it kibble, and just feed it a bit of extraordinary kibble, and it will be tamed up before you know it. So yeah, not that difficult. So it's very easy and very simple. So if you did enjoy that tutorial and watching me get slapped by a bunch of Troodons, be sure to subscribe, as I plan on doing tutorials, or more tutorials more often, or although more detailed tutorials, honestly. As this tutorial wasn't that detailed, I just didn't really have time to prepare for it at all. I just decided to do it on the, I guess just kind of randomly decided to do a tutorial. But, yeah. I will be taming up one of those probably next stream, and as I'm sure they'll be useful for the boss fight. Now, obviously, for what I'm going to be using in the boss fight is obviously going to be this absolute beast of a wyvern that I'm taming, or I'm leveling up into an absolute beast. Putting a lot of points into melee damage, health, and all the good stuff. Getting ready for a all-out war with the Monkey King boss. Which, of course, will be the end of the Lost Island streaming series. After this, I plan on doing some Crystal Isles streaming series, as I haven't really played much Crystal Isles. Maybe a Prim Plus Crystal Isles. I like Prim Plus quite a bit, so. Also, next stream, I do plan on exploring multiple caves, and, doing quite a bit of, other stuff that we haven't quite done on this little franchise yet, so definitely stay tuned for that, okay, I thought that was my turret on for a second there. But it's just the one that my turret shot down. How is that doing on, if you're wondering why I have it set for wild targets instead of players and tamed only, well, obviously I am in a single player map right now, although it's only single player because I'm closing it for a tutorial. And I close the server sometimes to do a small wipe of the server. Not really too intense of a wipe, I just kind of, erase a few simple things that don't really matter too much. Just a few low-level tames, I wipe that, and if there's a creature too overpowered, I'll wipe it and then replace it with a slightly weaker one on the wipe date. I plan on doing full server wipes sometime, although I'm not quite sure how to do that yet, but I will definitely be attempting it. And someone once led a army of raptors to my base, so that's why it's on target all. But for our PvE base, this base doesn't really need to be much for a PvE base, as my server usually is mostly PvE. You don't really encounter many other players. They're just off doing their own business, farming metal, and yeah, no one really does anything. Which is kind of chill. Well, actually, I'm not even on the multiplayer server right now. Right now, I'm on one of my single-player servers, as I have been for the entire streaming service, but, I just kind of, remade my multiplayer server base. Although my actual multiplayer server base does have the entirety of the base complete, so. But on this server, since this is a single player map, it doesn't really matter. And also in multiplayer, my base is on the server that I play on. My base is in a way different location, obviously. So yeah. Hopefully you did enjoy this tutorial. Just gotta check on something right before I end the stream. I'm just gonna go check on something, and then I will do a stream probably tomorrow on taming up a dinopithecus and a cinema crops. But before I end the stream, I'm just gonna go check on this Kentrosaurus. Hopefully it hasn't woken up, and okay, good. I didn't see it for a few seconds there. I thought it might have woken up. Let's quickly check on it, see how tamed it is. Ooh, okay, it's really close to waking up. Go ahead and stack it full of narcotics. Alright, I will continue streaming tomorrow. See you guys in the next one.